So I'm a little late to this. We lost one of the greatest guitar players of all time, Eddie Van Halen. So I'm gonna do a review of their first album. I think it is their best album. It really shows off Eddie's guitar playing. It was definitely groundbreaking and laid the blueprint for all of the heavy metal music on MTV in the 80s. It's definitely a great album. It's really technical, guitar oriented. So I'm going to be focusing on that today. The album was released on February 10th, 1978. It peaked at number 19 on the Billboard 200 and it sold more than 10 million records, which is a diamond certification. The band started recording demos in 1976. They were financed by Gene Simmons, but the demos didn't do too well in the beginning, and Gene was really busy with his band Kiss. After they recorded their demos, they were offered to play many concerts. They played the Whiskey A Go-Go. After a successful concert, they gained the attention of Ted Templeman from Warner Brothers, which eventually led to a contract. They began recording their debut album in October 1977. So let's go through the tracks. The first song is Running with the Devil. It starts off with a bass and goes into the guitar riff. It's not too complex of a song, but Van Halen songs were very catchy. They have backing vocals from Michael Anthony, David Lee Roth as the frontman. Eddie Van Halen on this track, he's kind of just teasing his ability, because in the next track he's just definitely going to blow you away. The guitar solo on this, it's not too complex, and this song is about the rock and roll lifestyle. Next is Eruption. This is a 1 minute and 42-second guitar solo. This is the guitar solo that made all of the guitar solos from like these 80s metal bands, these shredders as they call them. At the 1 minute mark, the song uses the two-handed tapping technique. Now for guitar players, usually you pluck strings, but for Eddie, he had one hand on his neck here, another hand tapping the frets on the neck, and it created a very unique sound. Next is You Really Got Me, a cover of the 1964 song by the Kinks. Now this song in 1964, it was like proto-metal. I mean, it was kind of heavy for the time. This version of the song really showed off Eddie's talent, shredder solo, booming bass, and his signature guitar fills throughout. Next is Ain't Talking About Love. The song is not too complex, but the way Eddie does it, it just created a new sound. It's an open A minor chord, but he uses his distortion, palm muting, and he just creates this amazing riff. The riff was sampled a lot in popular music, mostly hip-hop. If you remember that band Two Live Crew, they had this really controversial album back in the late 80s, and because of that, I mean, they sold millions of records. The next track is I'm the One. This starts off with a speed metal riff. The song really shreds. It has some amazing guitar work on it. It has some really cool vocal harmonies. At the 3 minute mark, it goes into like this a cappella break, which is definitely adds a pretty cool element. Next is Jamie's Crying. Cool song, reminds me of the song from Tone Loc, Wild Thing. Probably made more popular with that song. It's a mid-tempo rocker, kind of like slows it down a bit. The song has a memorable bass line, and it's definitely a great song to listen to. Next song, Atomic Punk, starts off with this really unique guitar sound employed with pick scrapes and palm muting. There are some really unique guitar sounds on this song. Some of the sounds kind of reminded me of Rage Against the Machine, which we would hear later on. Next is Feel Your Love Tonight. This has a heavy riff, some vocal harmonies. There's another a cappella break at the near 3 minute mark. Definitely really cool. Next is Little Dreamer. The song is a little slower, but it has the signature guitar harmonies. The song also has the shredding solo at about the halfway mark. Next is the song Ice Cream Man, an acoustic number. It's a cover song originally recorded by Chicago bluesman John Brim. David Lee Roth plays the acoustic guitar and sings on this track. The band kicks in at the 1 minute and 10-second mark. The song really picks up from here. It shows off Eddie's amazing abilities. It has his signature guitar sound and some amazing solos and some amazing guitar fills. The last song is On Fire. Again, this is another like proto speed metal song. It's heavy. It has a pounding bass riff. The riff, it's kind of reminiscent of that B-52 song Rock Lobster. I know they came out the same year. I don't know if this was intentional or not. Okay, that's all for this video. My next few videos are going to be some album reviews. One is going to be from the band Spirit Adrift, which is a heavy metal band. It's a new band for me, but I just heard them. They have a new album coming out. I'm going to review that. And I'm going to be doing Fit for a King. It's a Christian metal band, also a metalcore band. I'll be reviewing that. If you're new to the channel, I upload several times a week. If you like rock and metal reviews, please subscribe, get notified. If you can, like the video, kind of helps my channel out. Otherwise, keep rocking. See you next time.